Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Fraser Field for Greater Boston League action. Link Classical. Coming back, they played Friday night, they played Saturday night here. Now they're back on Monday, bunching up games here at Fraser Field. Looking for their 8th win of the season. Somerville already in the state tournament. They've won 11 over at Manning Field, just finishing up. We always look to see if there's action going on over there. St. Mary's girls lacrosse, just playing the tail end of a game over there, and then it will be empty. Sun comes out nice and bright for the start of this one. Decent game, and guess what? It's supposed to be up close to 80 tomorrow. And then drop right back again, probably. Somerville coach told me his record, it's either 11-3 or 12-3. They're already in the tournament. I think it's 12-3. We're getting near the end. We're in the next to last week. Next week, we'll be having the Holland tournament, the Mullins tournament here, the Holland tournament down at Delgado Field at Breed. And that will be the last weekend of the regular season. Flies by when you're having fun. We have discussion going on with the coach, the players. We were ready to go. Now the umpire had a conversation with the coach. The hitter went back to the dugout. We were almost going to start on time. I'm not sure what this is all about. Now they're calling one of the parents down from the stands. And the parent now is going to go out to a car to get something, so. Armani Gerardo had finished warming up. Ian Boren was getting set to get in the batter's box. A discussion with the umpire and the Somerville coach. And now a little bit of a delay here, and we don't have any idea what this is all about. We see the parent now. She walked to the end of the stairs. Now she's sprinting to her car. Ian Boren, excuse me. There's two of them, Colin Bourne and Ian Bourne. Now the conversation goes on again with umpire and coach. And again, we apologize. We have no idea what this is about. We're going to actually start baseball here. The only thing I can guess, and it's a total guess, the parent ran to the car, got a different pair of shoes. And the edict here at Fraser Field, you can't wear metal spikes. And that might be what that was all about. But he wasn't the hitter, he's the second hitter. So they could have had the first hitter up. Missing wide for the ball, 2-0. Ian Bourne, the first baseman, leads it off for Somerville. The Highlanders against the Rams. Hit up the middle. Walsh knocked it down but had no chance of a play, so Bourne will get an infield hit. And Somerville starts it with a base hit. And Tucker Kelly finally changed his shoes, and he'll be the next hitter. He's the third baseman. And I have to guess that's what it was. You can't, Rich Avery's edict, you can't, since this is all turf now, you can't wear metal spikes. And I guess he hasn't changed his shoes yet because he's still getting ready. He's not up yet. Now he's ready. Changed his shoes and he's ready to go. So that's the only reason I can think of for that delay. Gerardo on the mound. Most of the season he plays second base. In for a strike. Gerardo on the mound. Hunter Teixeira, the freshman. And the entire left side for Classical, a freshman. The runner takes off, got a good pitch to run on. So the first hitter of the game gets a hit and a stolen base. He's in scoring position. The catcher, the third baseman, the shortstop, and the left fielder are all freshmen. And the right fielder is a sophomore. Solid shot to center field. Coming on, making the play, and making the catch is Cabral. Solid shot by Callie, but hit almost right at the center fielder. So one away for Preston Adelino, the shortstop. Hits it foul, out of play. Tried to hold up when he started breaking down the way and he couldn't. Completed the swing. Trot down to third, they call a foul ball. Must have hit the batter because it landed fair. I'm looking at one of the fathers walking in now, and he's carrying a pair of shoes. In fact, he's carrying a couple of pairs of shoes. So that's got to be what the problem was. People wearing spikes, and you can't wear them here. Oh, and 2 the count to the Highlander shortstop here in the top of the first. Big jump. Classical got a break. Callie had Bourne had third base stolen. He could have walked to third. He was way off the bag before Gerardo threw the pitch. He was 3/4 of the way to third base. In on the fist, he fouls it back again. And I think they got their numbers crossed. They turned the lights on at Manning Field, and that game is over. I think they're supposed to be turning them on here. Still 0-2. High and tight for a ball. So they turn the lights on at Manning, and the teams are leaving the field, and there's no other game. Gerardo steps off, trying to keep the runner close. And that hits him. That pitch was almost went behind him, was way inside. He turned but couldn't get out of the way. So first and second with one out. Robert Larkin, the center fielder, will be the hitter. Down the way for a ball. As the sun starts to set behind one of those clouds, it gets a little bit dark here. They maybe, hopefully turning on the lights here. They don't need them at Manning. They picked him off. Spun quickly, got it to Walsh, and they picked him off. So now there's 2 outs with a runner at first. Big play by Gerardo, and a nice play by Walsh, the freshman, with the tag. So senior to freshman. Missing inside for a ball. Trying to go 2 for 2 with a pickoff. Adelino got back. Hit to center field, coming on, and here's Cabral. He does a nice job out there. He makes 2 plays in the game. The pickoff was huge. So Somerville gets a hit and a hit batsman, but they come up empty. And Classical will get a chance to get on the scoreboard first. Alani Gerardo, the pitcher, will lead off. Batting second, the shortstop, Mark Walsh. The right fielder, Rocky Brea, will hit number 3. Christian Figueroa will hit in the cleanup spot and play second base. Calvin Reynolds, the first baseman, is being hit for by the DH, Alfred Ventura. Playing center field and batting 6th, Yanil Cabral. Catching and batting 7th, Hunter DeSea. Batting 8th and playing third base, Brandon Oanesian. And Elijah Morin, the left fielder, will hit number 9. So the final 3 batters in the order for Classical are all freshmen. Leon Elway in his first year coaching. Doing a nice job. Seven wins. They need to pick up 3 more to get in the state tournament. Colin Bourne, one of the 2 Bournes. Ian Bourne is the first baseman. Colin Bourne will be the pitcher. He'll be throwing to Graham Ross, the catcher. He might be changing his shoes as well because he hasn't come out yet. And he's hustling out now. So it was a shoe problem starting the game. Somehow the umpire picked up. I don't know how the umpire would even know that you can't wear metal spikes here. Unless maybe Leon Elbow picked it up in the ground rules. And I don't know how he picked up that the young man was wearing spikes. Not that easy to pick up. The lights are on now here, most of them. Rich Avery's got some work to do. He's going to try and improve these lights at Fraser, especially the ones in right field. There's 18 lights, I believe I count, on the post in right field. 5 of them are on. So at least a minimum they have to correct those lights, but there's lights all over the place. There's 10 out in left field. Right center field, there's 4 more out. 5 or 6 in left center field out. So that will be the next big job. They put the turf in here, did a tremendous job. Colleges would like to have these 2 facilities. Lynn kids, the 5 schools, English, Classical, Tech, St. Mary, and KIPP, are blessed to have these 2 facilities. And we're finally going to get to the bottom of this first inning. Armani Gerardo, the pitcher, steps into the batter's box for the Rams. Foul tip held on to by the catcher Ross. Quickly 0-2. Armani had a nice season for the basketball team. That one bounced off the catcher off the turf. 1-2 the count. Somerville has brought a smidgen of fans. Classical has brought a few for this Monday night game. Slaps it to third. Big hop for the third baseman. And he's got a rifle of an arm. Tucker Cali got that across very quickly to the first baseman, Ian Bourne. And they get Gerardo by about a step. Mark Walsh, the shortstop, having a very good year, and he's only a freshman. Offensively and defensively, he's been outstanding. Hit foul to the backstop. It'll take a couple innings for those lights to take effect because the sky is still white clouds, blue sky with a little bit of sun. So the lights won't take effect for a little bit. Catches the outside corner with that pitch. Quickly it's 0-2. So Bourne has gone 0-2 to the first 2 hitters. Chased that pitch, was way up and in. Two up, 2 down for Roki Brea. To right field, another youngster, he's only a sophomore. Hit in the center field for a base hit. Jumped on the first pitch. So a 2-out single extends the inning for Christian Figueroa, the second baseman. So including the DH, 10 players starting this game. 4 of them are seniors. Quick throw over. Actually, 5 of them are seniors, so half. Half are underclassmen, half are seniors. The DH Ventura is also a senior. He's hitting for Reynolds, who's a senior. Hit to third. And second play by Callie at third. So Glasgow gets a base runner, but it stops at first. So we started even. We finished the first inning even. Glasgow nothing, Somerville nothing at the end of 1. 5, 6, and 7 for the Highlanders as we start the second inning. Graham Ross, the catcher, will be the first hitter. Catcher for Glasgow. Have a last-minute conversation. High and tight for a ball. Hit foul to the backstop. Count evens at 1. Swing and a miss. Chased the high fastball and swung right through it. High for a ball. Just missed. That's a tough pitch to take with 2 strikes. The payoff pitch up and coming. Missed inside for ball 4. So second inning in a row, they have the leadoff hitter on. Max Barish, the left fielder, will be the hitter. Problem now is for the Somerville bench. The sun is shining. It's shining in our eyes too in the press box. Glasgow doesn't have a problem. The hitter looking to the third base coach for a sign looks right up in the sun. Just starting to set. Tries to bunt and missed it. Pitch was up and away. Pops the bunt up too far for DeSaya to go get it. And it's 0-2. Up and away for a ball. Awful close. They've already picked one off at second. That was close at first. Ross just able to dive back. Line shot in the right field for a base hit. They'll hold the runner at second. So Somerville again, as he did in the first game, will have 2 on. But now it's 2 on with nobody out for Noah Brown, the right fielder. As that sun finally sets and gets out of everybody's eyes. Gerardo stepped off. Brown stepped out. Now we're back to baseball. Squares the bunt, gets it down. Nice play by Gerardo. He's an infielder when he's not pitching. They pushed it a little too far. So they get the lead runner. Colin Bourne, the pitcher, can help himself here. First and second, 1 out. Solid shot just inside the third base bag. 1 run is going to score. Bourne gets a double. A seeing eye shot just inside the third base bag and the foul line. And Somerville grabs a 1-0 lead, and they have second and third with 1 out for Daniel Griffin, the second baseman. In for a strike. So the pitcher certainly helped himself with a solid shot just inside the bag at third. Line drive caught, and he'll double the runner off. Gerardo helping himself big time in that inning. He got an assist. Now he gets a put out and another assist. Griffin hit it on the nose, line to the first baseman for the second, pitcher for the out. And they picked the runner off at third. But Somerville gets a run. Glasgow gets out of it fairly cheap. Second and third, 1 out, a run in. The double play gets him out of the inning. The walk hurt. We'll go into the bottom of the second inning with Somerville leading at 1-0. Alfred Ventura, the DH, hitting for the first baseman. Reynolds will lead it off as Somerville's grab a 1-0 lead. Somerville's in first place, in the Greater Boston League. And that has not happened too often. He reached for that, hits a high fly ball to left field. And I thought for a minute he dropped it, but his hat was what dropped. The left fielder Barish made the play. It fell down at his feet, and I thought he dropped the ball, but it was his hat that he dropped. So 1 pitch, 1 out. Somerville's big sport used to be basketball. They would go to the Boston Garden State Tournament many, many times. They would march back from the Garden back to Somerville. baseball was not their most important product, but they've come on. Coaching doing a good job. This is Yaniel Cabral, the center fielder. Missing inside for a ball. I mentioned Somerville brought a smidgen of fans. Tough for a 7 o'clock start. Glasgow brought a few. A little easier for the Lynn fans. On the corner for a strike. And that was the difference. English and Glasgow jumped to the GBL. This might be their 4th year. Going from playing Swampscott, Salem, Saugus, Peabody, you could almost walk to. Now all these teams, some will long trip for some will come here. Hit in the air, long run for the first baseman, can't get there. Wasn't from lack of effort that Bourne didn't get that one. So now in Glasgow they have to go to Chelsea, Medford, Malden, Somerville. Used to have to go to Cambridge before English could hit it. Cambridge jumped ship a while ago. Almost swung at that one. Started and just held up as it broke away. Swing and a miss. Second strikeout for Bourne. I don't know if the Bournes, the first baseman and the pitcher, are twins. I don't know. They don't give us their senior, junior, sophomore class. Hit foul to the backstop. Hunter DeSaya, the catcher, does a nice job behind the plate, and he's only a freshman. He's going to get better. High for ball. Low for a ball. 2-1 the count to the Ram catcher. Hit up the middle for a base hit. So they do it again. They get a 2-out single in the first. Now they get a 2-out single here in the second. Brandon Owenesian, the third baseman, another freshman. Diving back at first is DeSaya. In for a strike. Hit sharply to second base. They'll make the play. Well, Glasgow gets another hit. And it's left at first base for the second time. We'll move into the second inning. We're moving to third, excuse me, at the end of 2. Somerville leading Glasgow 1-0. Top of the order as Ian Bourne takes the pitch for a strike. He singled, stole second, and then got picked off. High for a ball. So he's 1 for 1. Hit solidly in center field. Cabral was playing deep, goes over 2 steps towards left center, picks that one off. He covers a lot of ground. He was out, way out in center field. So 1 away. He's not far away from the fence in center field. He's in dead center field, very deep. Right field is deep, left field is deep. Tucker Cali lined out to the center fielder, Cabral. Gets underneath it, pops it way up in the air in foul territory. Owenesian, one of those freshmen I talked about, caught it in foul territory. So 2 quick outs in the third. Preston Adelino got hit by a pitch. He was at first when Bourne got picked off at second. Looked like they might have a rally with first and second and 1 out. In for a strike. Wide for a ball. Held up on a pitch that was high, and it's 2-1. Again, the lights still haven't taken full effect yet because over to our left and over the left fielder's head, still some blue skies, white clouds, a little bit of bright sunshine. They finally shut the lights off at Manning Field. Hit foul in the batter's box. The payoff pitch breaks down and away for ball 4. So we still haven't had a 1-2-3. We've come close. Glasgow. First 2 hitters out, got a base hit. First 2 hitters out, got a base hit. Somerville got the leadoff hitter off and on in both innings. Now they get a 2-out walk. Second walk given up by Gerardo. In for a strike. 1-1. Robert Locke in the center fielder, flied out to center field. The runner takes off, easily in with a stolen base. Second stolen base by Somerville. Last one that stole second got picked off. Hit foul off the screen. Deuces wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Up and away for a ball. Swing and a miss. Got his money's worth and swung right through it. First strikeout for Gerardo ends the 3rd inning for Somerville. So the walk doesn't hurt. First inning he didn't get a hit, but he did get a walk. So for the Rams, it'll be 9-1-2 in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Elijah Moore back to the top of the order, Armani Gerardo and Mark Walsh. And Colin Bourne will start his 3rd inning of work. Greater Boston League action. Still hard for me to get used to that since English and Classical jumped ship from Northeastern Conference over to the GBL. And it's cost them a little bit because the GBL League is considered down the bottom of the barrel. And unfortunately, with the new state tournament rules and regulations, it used to be just put the records together and one top record plays low record. Now it's the league you play in is the first criteria. The competition you play is second, and then your record comes into effect. And it certainly has affected teams in the Greater Boston League. Hit in the air. Long run, can't get there, it goes up in the sheets. It certainly hurt a team like Everett football. They were 10-0, didn't get a home game. Even though they were one of the 3 best teams in the state. Classical girls a couple of years ago went 20-0 in the regular season and had to go to Cape Cod to play a game. They were on the road. They didn't get a home game. Soccer team for Classical won the league, had a big year. Had to go to the Cape to play. Teams, it's statewide, so what team had to take a boat to the island of the Cape and take a boat back to play a volleyball game. It's been insane. Gerardo grounded out 3rd to 1st in the 1st inning. Swing and a miss. So statewide means you could play any place if you make the tournament. And you have to be in one of the elite leagues to even think about getting a home game, regardless of your record. Low for a ball. So Somerville at 12-3, leading the league. They'll probably be on the road. Down the way again. So he was out in front of Gerardo. Now the count goes full. Just get a piece and we'll do it again. One of the major problems the GBL League is the bus schedule. And actually, buses are a problem everywhere. Teams are getting here for 4 o'clock game, not getting here till after 4. Hit back foul. They're having trouble getting bus drivers. Buses have to take the kids home from school first and then go back to get the teams. So and you have to make those long trips, traffic. So it hasn't been easy. Normally you just, like I said, you could walk to Swampscott, Salem, Peabody, Saugus. Putting on frequent flyabouts to play now. Swing and a miss. Bourne finally wins that battle. Gerardo made him work. So he's got to strike out an inning. That's his third. Mark Walsh was a strikeout victim in the first inning. Chops big hop to the third baseman. And that strong arm again shown off by Tucker Cali. So for the third inning in a row, the top 2 hitters are out for Classical. In both the first and second, they got 2 out hits. Rocky Brea got one of those hits, hitting a shot into center field. Hits it deep to right center, moving over, losing his hat, making the one-handed catch was Robert Larkin. So we have our first 1-2-3 inning of the game, and it goes to the Highlanders of Somerville. We've completed 3 in this GBL battle. Somerville 1, Classical nothing. Graham Ross, the catcher, will lead off the 4th inning for the Highlanders. And Somerville leads it 1-0. Hit sharply, 1 hop right to the second baseman. Figueroa was happy with that. Took a big hop right into his lap. Ross hit it sharply. He had walked, and he was forced when they tried to bunt him to third. He hit that one right on the nose, but hit it right, big hop to the second baseman, Figueroa. Hit foul to the backstop. Max Parrish is the difference in the game. He singled. He went to second on that not favorable bunt when they forced the run of it. At third. But then the pitcher, Colin Bourne, got a big double, hit it just inside, inches inside the third base bag. It actually wound up foul down in the bullpen area, but it was fair going by the bag. And that's the 1 run. Because right after that, the next hitter after Bourne hit a line shot. Gerardo picked it and doubled the runner off at third to get out of it with only 1 run being scored. So they had second and third, a run in and 1 out, and Gerardo helped himself. He helped himself on the bunt, getting to it quickly and forcing the runner at third, and then he turned the double play. Hit foul past first base. We mentioned when he's not pitching, he's infield to second baseman, so he's used to fielding ground balls and line drives. Down the way for a ball. Hit in the air. Walsh the shortstop. Started to come in, backed up a step or two on the outfield turf. He makes the play. So 2 up, 2 down in the fourth. Noah Brown, he was the one that tried to bunt, and they forced the play at third. And then he was the one that was doubled off at third on Gerardo's nice pick of the line drive. Hopped up. Almost in his tracks, Calvin Reynolds makes the play. So first 1-2-3 inning for Classical. Somerville had one the bottom of the third. Classical matches it in the top of the fourth. We're halfway through the ball game with Somerville holding on to that skinny 1-0 lead. And that's the first inning. The Somerville hasn't had a base runner. Colin Bourne will start his fourth inning of work. He'll face 4, 5, and 6 for the Rams. Christian Figueroa, Alfred Ventura, Yaniel Cabral. Light starting to take effect now with that sky getting dark as we get later in the night. Nice day today. It's supposed to be a summer day in Florida tomorrow, close to 80. And then it's going to drop back a little bit. We're hoping there'll be a doubleheader here Wednesday with, I think it's St. Mary's, and I think it's English coming in, but we're hoping they can get to play because it's supposed to be rain. We don't know how heavy the rain or when the rain. We hope they'll be able to get the games in. Christian Figueroa grounded out third to first. Third baseman Callie has made 3 plays over there at third base. Down and away for a ball. Slices it foul off to the right, down in the bullpen area. The 1-1 pitch. Slaps it to third. Is that bullet arm again. Got him by a step. That's the 4th play by Callie, the first baseman, third baseman. Second time he's thrown out Figueroa. 1 up, 1 down. Alpha Ventura, the DH, hitting for the first baseman Reynolds. Fly to left. That was a play I couldn't tell whether he dropped the ball because he dropped his hat, the left fielder. Hit. They play it on a hop. So Ventura gets a base hit. Classical has a base runner. Bourne had retired 5 in a row. 8 out of 9. Ventura gets the base hit. Cabral, the center fielder, struck out swinging. Wide for a ball. Reaches for that and just chops it foul down the third baseline. And I can't keep track of my own scoring. Elijah Morin was the ground out to third. High in the air. Slapped a deep third. He didn't even throw it. So that was Ventura. It was I gotta read my own scorecard. Rocky Brea grounded out third to first originally. Christian Figueroa got the base hit. Glasgow now has first and second. This is Cabral, who struck out his one trip. Nice stop by the catcher, Ross. Glasgow with their first threat. 2 on, 1 out. Hit to center field, into right center field. The catch is made. They don't bother tagging up. So two-way for Hunter DeSea, who got a base hit his first time up. So Cabral hit it well, but the center fielder Larkin tracked it down. Low for a ball. It's the fourth putout for the center fielder. Low for a ball. Brandon Owenesian on deck, hoping he gets a shot. Missing wide. So the first three are out of the strike zone. In for a strike. The 3-1 pitch up and coming. Hit in the gap and left center field. Long run, not going to get there. It's in for a base hit. They're sending, now they hold him up at third. The young freshman comes up big with a big 2-out hit. Classical ties it up. Ventura is at third. The young freshman looking for a 2-out hit. Owenesian, the third baseman, bounced out second and first. They were looking to send Ventura. They waved him, and then at the last minute they held him up. The ball was coming in. You don't want to get thrown out at the plate. Wide for a ball. Owenesian in the game Saturday night against Lynn English made 2 outstanding defensive plays at third base. Low for a ball. So if they don't come calling and take those kids away from Classical, they're going to have the left side of the infield is going to be pretty good for the next couple of years. In for a strike, taking all the way. 2-1 to the Ram third baseman. Diving back at first is DeSea. Hit in the left field for a base hit. The young freshmen are coming in together. Two out hits. One by DeSea, this one by Owenesian. Yeah, another freshman. Elijah Moore would like to make it 3 for 3. Way inside for a ball. Top of the order, Almani Gerardo on deck. Swing and a miss. Warren is the left fielder. Foul tip held on to nicely by the catcher, Graham Ross. Being very deliberate. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He gets the strikeout. but Glasgow gets it back. They wipe out the 1-0 Somerville lead. They get 2 in the inning. Both runs knocked in by the young freshman, Teixeira and Owenesian. We've completed 4. 2-1, Glasgow over Somerville. 8-9-1 for Somerville for the first time, finds themselves trailing. They were leading 1-0. Glasgow just got 2. Holland Bourne. He's the pitcher. He helped himself. He lined a double inches inside the third base bag. As I mentioned, it went foul down the bullpen area, but it was fair, bouncing past third base. And he knocked in the 1 run. On the corner, good pitch for a strike. The 1-2 pitch. Checked his swing, but it was in for strike 3. Good pitch. Second strikeout for Gerardo. Daniel Griffin hit it right on the nose with second and third, 1 out. He had a line shot going up the middle. The pitcher Gerardo picked it and turned it into a double play and ended the inning. So instead of a base hit and 2 runs coming in, Gerardo helped himself get in the double play and get out of the inning. Long run for Cabral. He was playing very deep. It's in for a base hit. He was way out in center field. He had to come a long way into right center. Griffin's got a base hit. I mentioned before they're playing extremely deep out in the outfield, Glasgow. Ian Bourne singled and lined to center field. Fourth inning was the only inning that Somerville didn't get a base runner. High and tight for a ball. An army of Glasgow players down in the bullpen, down in left field, loosening up. Almost threw that away. Nice job, Reynolds. Hit foul back. Hit foul. Big jump. The ball's hit in the air. He's got to hustle back. Roky Brea moving over from right to right center, makes the play. We got a trip going out to the mound. Tucker Cali is the hitter. He lined out to center and popped up to third. Again, the center fielder for Classical is almost in Manning Field. Way up and in for a ball. The runner takes off, the ball's hit foul. Hit up in the air. Teixeira coming back. Can't get to it. The 1-2 pitch up and coming again. Popped up. Long run for Cabral to get there. So the single doesn't hurt. Somerville leaves another base runner. We'll move into the bottom half of the fifth. Top of the order for the Rams, with Classical leading 2-1. We're coming up to the tail end of the season, and we'll have the Mullins tournament here at Fraser Field. English Classical, St. Mary's and Swampscott. And it will be the same group in the Holland tournament. The holiday weekend. And we got a new pitcher for Somerville. Adelino, the shortstop, is the new pitcher. I don't know if Colin Bourne went to shortstop. I believe he did. Top of the order, Armani Girardo, Mark Walsh, Roki Brea to start the bottom of the fifth inning. Girardo was bounced to third and bounced to third. High for a ball. Line to right field for a base hit. Goes the other way. This is the first inning that Classical's got the leadoff hitter on base. Mark Walsh, the shortstop, has struck out and flied to center. He got the bunt down. They don't get him. It looked like it was going to be an out because it popped up, It bounced, and it bounced away from the pitcher, and Walsh winds up getting the base hit. And Glasgow has first and second with nobody out. They popped the bunt up. Pitcher couldn't get to it. It took a pretty good hop, but it had a little spin, and it spun back towards home plate. Walsh dove into first base, but he didn't have to. He beat it. So it's first and second with nobody out for Oakley Brea, who was singled and grounded to third. So Glasgow with a threat. They only had 2 hits through 3 innings. They got 4 in the 4th inning. Now they've got 2 with nobody out here in the 5th. In for a strike. So that sky is almost completely black now, so the light's really taking effect. That one bounces, the wild pitch. Now it's second and third with nobody out. So Bray would love to get a base hit, but he wants to at least put it in play and get a run in. Bray is only a sophomore. One of those young kids, and they're going to walk him. So they walk him intensely to load the bases. Christian Figueroa has bounced to third and singled. He scored one of the 2 runs in the 4th inning as Somerville brings their infield in. So 3 on and nobody out. And compared to the Glasgow outfield, Somerville's playing softball distance. They're very shallow in the outfield. Fishing for a ball. Down and in for a ball. Popped up. Long run for the right fielder. He makes the play. They're not going to be able to tag. It was very shallow. So 1 out with the bases loaded. Alfred Ventura flied to left, singled and scored. Adelino wants to change the baseballs. Pitching low for a ball. Ventura's the DH. He's hitting for the first baseman, Reynolds. Hit foul past third base. Got in front just enough to pull it foul. Count goes 0-2. Drawn in infield. Trying to keep Classical off the board. Chased the pitch, it was down and in. Cabral started up to the batter's box. He thought that was strike 3. That Adelino got some help with that pitch. That one bounces. It's going to score a run. So that takes away the force at the plate, potential double play. Infield is still in. Solid shot to left field, over the left fielder's head. We just talked about how shallow they were playing. Around second, he fell down. He was going to have a triple. He tripped over the bag. Ventura gets a double, knocks in 2. He was going to have a triple. He fell down over second base. All of a sudden, it's 5-1. I'm not sure what the umpires are talking about. I didn't see any play being made. Base umpire signaled safe. I don't know what that was all about. Cabral, the center fielder, struck out and flied to center field. 1 out and a runner at second, 3 runs in. I just got through saying how shallow the outfield is for Somerville, and Ventura made them pay with that shot and a half over the left fielder's head. In for a strike. Wide for a ball. Bourne had that shaky 4th inning, giving up 4 hits, but other than that, Glasgow only had 2 base runners. He didn't walk him, but he struck out 4, struck out an inning. But they opted to change pitches, and it's cost him. 2 singles, a walk, and a double. Strike 3 called on the corner. Two-way for Hunter DeSea. He's 2 for 2. He got a big 2-out hit to knock in the run to tie the game up. Keep the inning alive. For Owenesian, the other freshman who's on deck, who got a base hit, another 2-out freshman hit. That knocked in the run that made it 2-1. So the freshman coming through big time. The runner takes off easily into third base. On the inside corner, it's 1-2. in on the fist. He fouls it up in the seats. Down and in for a ball. The crowd has picked up. I talked with speaking of Somerville fans. They brought a few more as the game has gone on. Classical's brought a few more. Not a bad little crowd for a late Monday night. Hit right back to the mound. Former shortstop pitcher Adelino will make the play. But damage done. A wild pitch for a run, and then a big mammoth double by Ventura knocks in two more. Gives Classical a big 5-1 lead at the end of 5. Adelino, who's now the pitcher, leads it off, takes the pitch low for a ball. We mentioned Somerville's in first place. 12-3. All of a sudden, Classical's leading 5-1. Down and away. Gerardo's got a little more runs to work with. He's helped himself big time in the first inning and then in the second inning. Hit the shot. Big hop. Mark Walsh makes the play. 1 up, 1 down in the 6th. Robert Larkin flies to center, struck out swinging. High for a ball. Down and in for a ball. On the inside corner for a strike. 2-1 the count. Larkin is the Highlander center fielder. He's made a few plays tonight. Hit foul to the screen. The count evens at 2. Up and away for a ball. Hit shallow. Tried to make the diving catch and couldn't. And again, they're playing so far out in center field and right field. They're having a tough time getting to those fly balls. They're extremely deep in the outfield. And Somerville has made them pay a couple of times, dropping balls in. Graham Ross walked, grounded to second. He was the runner. Walk went to second on a base hit, and when they tried to bunt the runners to second and third, Gerardo made the nice play and got the force at third. It's first of 3 big plays that Gerardo's made in this game. First inning with 2 on and 1 out, he picked the runner off at second. And in that second inning, after the double knocked in a run, second and third, 1 out, he picked a line drive and turns it into a double play to end the inning with only 1 run being scored. On the corner for a strike. Evens the count at 2. Graham Ross is the catcher for Somerville. That, I could see that coming. Mark Walsh was way over near second base thinking he might try to pick the runner off. Almost the entire shortstop was wide open, and Ross took advantage and bounced it into left field for an RBI. So Somerville gets a run back. And Max Barris, who was singled and scored, last time up he popped to the shortstop. I was just about to say Davis is giving the right-hand hitter a huge hole at shortstop because he was favoring second base, thinking he might try a pickoff. And just as I was about to say it, Ross bounced that single into the shortstop hole, and Walsh was way over to second base. Hit foul off the catcher, off his mask to the backstop. Perry, the right field is still deep for a left-hand hitter, but they've moved Cabral in. Nowhere near as deep as he was before, and the left fielder is shallow now as well. The left fielder Morin. That one goes to the backstop. Barris did a little soft shoe tap dance to get out of the way of that one. So Ross, the pitch runner for Ross, is at second base. Solid shot, race to the bag. Reynolds wins the race. He had to go way to his right to pick it. Barris gets a jump, being left-handed, and Reynolds made the play, dove back to first base and just out-touched Barris. Very nice defensive play by Calvin Reynolds. And they're out to check and make sure that Reynolds is okay.
Great play, Calvin!
A little support from Billy Devon, the athletic director, yelling from the press box. Very nice play. He picked it, and the pitcher couldn't get there. He had a foot race, and Barris, being left-handed, got down the line pretty quick, but Reynolds beat him by an eyelash, diving, all-out dive. High for a ball. Noah Brown reached when you tried to bunt the runners along. He reached on the force play when he got the force at third. Then he popped up to the first baseman. Solid shot. Got out in front, pulled it foul past third base. 1-2 the count. Wide for a ball. And we got deuce as well. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Reaches for that one. That was going to be outside. High and tight for a ball. Jeez, that pitch for strike 3. So he had a threat with the double and the single to run. Nice play by Reynolds at first. And now the strikeout by Girardo. And Somerville is now down to the last 3 outs as they trail it 5-2 going into the bottom of the 6th inning. They got 1 run on the 2 hits. Third strikeout for Girardo. Adelino will start his 2nd inning. I didn't know if Colin Bourne stayed in the game to play short. He did not. Thomas Griffin is the shortstop. And he will lead off the 7th inning for Somerville, who will need 3 at least if Classical doesn't score in this inning. For Classical, it's 8, 9, and 1. Braden Owenesian ducks under that pitch. Grounded out second to first. He got the big 2-out hit in the 4th inning that knocked in the 2nd run to give Classical their lead. Chop foul past first base. Swing and a miss. Six strikeouts for Somerville pitching. 2 for Adelino. 4 for Bourne. Elijah Morin has struck out twice. Swing and a miss. Top of the order, Girardo on deck. High football. In for a strike. Adelino being very deliberate. Missing inside. Evens the count at 2. Hit. Deep shot's going to be an infield hit. Wallensick up by the third baseman. It was a base hit. Shortstop knocked it down a step or 2 on the outfield turf. Gerardo grounded a third, singled, and scored one of the 3 runs. He started the 3-run uprising. So he's 1 for 3 with a run scored. Way inside for a ball. The runner takes off, got a big jump. They can't throw him out. Moran got a huge jump. Ross made a pretty good throw, but he had no chance to throw him out. He got too big a jump off the first base bag. So Classical has another runner in scoring position. Didn't have any in the first 3 innings. And that goes to the backstop. So Gerardo, to help himself, would like to at least, he'd look for a base hit, but he'd like to put it in play and get another run home. Get that 4-run cushion back. I think the umpire is getting on the Classical bench saying you can root for your team, but leave the other team alone. Low for a ball. 3-1. Somerville with their infield in again. Try and stop that run from scoring. Gerardo asked for time and got it. In for a strike. And the count goes full. Warren got a 1-out single, stole second, went to third on the wild pitch. He's there with 1 out. Hit in the air to center field. That's deep enough. That's going to score a run easily. Oh, Classical gets the run back that Somerville got in the top of the inning. Oh, Moran. So the freshmen have got involved. Teixeira, Owenesian got hits to knock in runs. Moran gets a hit and scores a run. Walsh had a base hit and scored a run. In for a strike. This is Mark Walsh now. Struck out, fly to center, singled and scored. That one goes to the backstop. Ducks under that pitch. In for a strike. Okay, we got deuces wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. On the inside corner, they call it strike 3. He was taking it thinking it was inside. But Glasgow adds to the lead. They get another run. Marlin getting a hit. Stolen base, wild pitch, sacrifice fly by Gerardo. They get the run with the 1 hit. And it's 6-2 Glasgow as we go to the 7th inning. Eight, 9, and 1 for Somerville. That one bounces. This is Thomas Griffin, who came in to play shortstop when they changed pitches. High and tight for a ball. Gerardo starting his 7th inning of work. He's given up 6 hits, but he spaced them pretty well. And one of those hits was picked off. And another one was forced to third on a nice play by Gerardo. It was 3-0, now it's 3-2. The payoff pitch. Hit foul back. And that's ball 4. Daniel Griffin, line to the pitcher, turned into a double play, hit right on the nose. Last time up, he got a base hit. Down the way for a ball. And once again, Cabral is out in the boondocks in center field. A long way away. High for a ball. This should be a huge win if they can hold on, get Somerville out here. Somerville leading the league. Glasgow's trying to get back over 500. In for a strike. Top of the order on deck. A base hit into left field. So 2-1 with nobody out. Don't go away. Somerville has a pulse. And it's going to bring a trip out to the mound. High for a ball. Ian Bourne is singled, line to center, and fly to right. Michael Rathel. 3-0. Michael Rather is the new pitcher for Lynn Classical. It's ball full anyway. They would have moved up. So all of a sudden, the tying run is at home plate with nobody out. Tucker Cali is lined to center, popped to third, and fly to center, and Classical having a problem now all of a sudden. 3 on and nobody out. So Gerardo goes 6. 2 runs, 6 hits, 3 strikeouts, hit a batter, walked 3, and he's responsible for 2 of the runners on base here. That hit the bat. That was 6 feet inside, almost hit the hitter, and it wound up hitting the bat. Raithler got a huge break on that pitch. 1-1 the count. That could have been a hit batsman and a run. Instead, it's a foul ball. High and tight for a ball. Classical very quickly warming up people in the bullpen. In for a strike. Solid shot deep to left field. Over the fence for a home run. And all of a sudden, the game is tied. They were waiting to see if it was going to be fair. All of a sudden, it's 6-6. Alwell is coming out talking to the umpire about something. Two walks in the inning have killed Classical. That was a shot and a half to left field. They waited to see just inside the foul pole. I'm glad it wasn't too far foul. It would have hit my car. Preston Adelino, who's now the pitcher of record. Bourne is off the hook. And Adelino was almost off the hook. He gave up the runs that helped Classical get the lead. Way over the head. And that's going to be it, I think. Leon Elwell has seen enough. We're going to get a change on the mound. So we'll get another pitcher for Classical here in the 7th inning. So all of a sudden, the Somerville fans have come to life. They were down 4 with 3 outs left, and a grand slam home run by Tucker Cali. Hit foul back. Colin Hart, another freshman, is the pitcher. High and tight for a ball. This would be a horrible game for Classical to lose. Somerville fans have come to life, and the Classical fans are wondering what they're looking at. And that's a base on balls. The go-ahead run at first with nobody out. Robert Larkin flied to center, struck out, doubled and scored. Way up and away. Looked like he was going to try and bunt. Just a cleanup hitter trying to bunt. Gets the bunt down. They're going to have to hurry. They're not going to get him. And they throw it away at third. Out at the plate. And they throw it away. The error got him to third. And they throw him out at the plate for the first out. But Larkin hustles around. He's at third base. Classical has to bring the infield in. Graham Ross has walked, grounded to second, singled. So they threw it away. They took a shot sending him home with no outs. Popped up. That's a big out. With nobody out, you would think they would hold the runner at third in a tie game. Instead, they sent him, and it looked like he might score because Owenesian bobbled the ball initially, but then made the tag. Popped up again. Owenesian picks the two pop-ups. So Hart comes up big with a runner at third and one out.
Here you go, Colin.
4 runs to tie the game up. They did it with 3 hits. 3 walks, 2 of them scored. And Classical will get a chance to win it. They'll have 3, 4, and 5. Tucker Cali will be the new pitcher. Adelino will go back to shortstop. Somerville umpire have a little to do with the plate umpire. So I don't know where they put Thomas Griffin. Unless he went. Daniel Griffin went to third base. because the third baseman, Callie, is now the pitcher. And Griffin, who was at shortstop, has gone to second base. So Classical looking to walk away with a 6-2 win over first place Somerville. And all of a sudden, a hit, a walk loads the bases. And Tucker Callie, who's now on the mound pitching, hits it over the left field fence and ties the game up with a grand slam home run. Roki Breyer singled, bounced to third, walked and scored. So they brought their fifth freshman of the game in. Colin Hart on the mound. And he gets two pop-ups with a runner at third. Now they'll try to win it. Low for a ball. In for a strike. It's going to be a treat and a half for Tucker Callie hitting a grand slam home run. The home run is huge here at Fraser, but for a grand slam. Two won the count. So it was the Somerville fans who came to life with that grand slam. Now it's the Classical fans trying to root the team home here in the bottom of the seventh. Talking to Billy Devon, Classical has lost a couple of games in the seventh inning. Waved at that pitch that was down and away. Evens the count of two. That would have been ball three. Roke is one of the young kids. He's a sophomore, the right fielder. Chased it again, way out of the strike zone. Christian Figueroa grounded to third, singled and scored, fly to right. Missing for a ball. Hit down the right field line. It drops and it goes by. In with a double. The winning run at second base, Alfred Ventura, fly to left, singled and scored, doubled in 2 runs in that 3-run fifth inning. discussion going on. Somerville may be walking the batter. They're going to walk Ventura. They put Ventura on. Cabral will be the hitter. Struck out, fly to center, struck out. Hit up the middle for a base hit. The run scores and Glasgow wins it. Cabral from center field. The center fielder drilled it. The first pitch up the middle. So Glasgow almost gives it away in the top of the inning. They win it in the bottom of the inning with a big one-out single by Cabral. Figueroa led the inning with a double. They walk Ventura intentionally, and Cabrera makes him pay with a big base hit up the middle for the run to make it 7-6. Glasgow, they get over 500 to go to 8-7. Some will lose for the fourth time, but Glasgow scared their fans, giving a 4-run lead away in the seventh inning, but they come back in the bottom of the seventh and they win it by a score of 7-6. Somerville got a run in the second inning, a double by the pitcher Bourne. Bourne scored a run, second and third, one out, a line drive to the pitcher. They turned into a double play and they held Somerville to 1 run. Glasgow got 2 in the fourth. Figueroa got a base hit. Ventura got a base hit. Hunter DeSaya, the young freshman, got a big 2-out hit for an RBI. Brandon Onasian, another freshman, got a big 2-out single. Gave Glasgow their first run, 2-1. They got 3 in the fifth. Armani Gerardo led with a single. Walsh got a base hit. A wild pitch moved them both up. Another wild pitch scored Gerardo. They walked Bria intentionally. A fly out. A 2-run double by Ventura made it 3 runs in the inning, made it 5. They got a run. Somerville got a run in the sixth. A double by Locke and a single by Ross made it 5-2. Glasgow got their run back. Morin got a base hit, stole second, went to third, the wild pitch, scored on the sacrifice fly by Gerardo to make it 6. Looked like Glasgow was coasting. Seventh inning, a walk to Griffin, a hit by Griffin brothers getting it done. A walk to Bourne, loaded the bases. A grand slam home run by Tucker Cali brought the run home. Followed by a walk and a base hit, put 2 more on. But then the young freshman, Colin Hart, got 2 pop-ups to the third baseman, the freshman Oanesian, got out of the inning, tied at 6. And in the bottom of the inning, after a strikeout, Figueroa dumped one into right field, wound up at second base with a double. They intentionally walked Ventura. Cabral jumped on the first pitch, drilled it in the center field for a base hit, and Glasgow wins it by a score of 7-6 for their 8th win to go 8-7. Somerville will drop to 12-4 for Glasgow. Girardi had a base hit, scored a run, had a sacrifice fly. Walsh had a base hit, scored a run. Roki Brea singled, walked, scored a run. Christian Figueroa had a single, a double. He scored a run, scored the winning run in the 7th inning. Alfred Ventura had a single, a double, and a walk. Scored a run, knocked in 2. Cabral got the big RBI hit to knock in the run that won the game. Hunter DeSaya, the catcher, the young freshman, had 2 hits, knocked in a run for an RBI. Brendan Oanesian, the other freshman, got a base hit, knocked in a run. And yet another freshman, Elijah Morin, gets a base hit, winds up coming around, a stolen base, a wild pitch, and a sacrifice fly. He scores a run, and then the freshman, Colin Hart, comes in with a go-ahead run at third, 1 out. He gets 2 pop-ups to the freshman Owenesian at third, so the freshmen were a huge part of the win. Cabral gets the big hit after Figueroa gets the double, and Classical loses a 6-2 lead going into the bottom of the 7th, but they win it 7-6, getting a run in the bottom of the 7th to go 8-7. So 7-6, Classical with a huge win over first place Somerville. We hope you enjoyed it. I'm John Hoffman saying we'll see you next time.